Farming Simulator 25 is confirmed and coming soon, and now we finally have some actual gameplay. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here in courtesy of Giant Software, the makers of Farming Simulator, well, all of them actually. Yeah, they had an event called FarmCon, and they were able to show off some awesome gameplay of this upcoming game that will release on November 12th, 2024 on pretty much everything. If you got a PC or PlayStation or Xbox, it should work on there, and actually I think it'll also be cross-play, as the previous games have improved upon each of the features. This is certainly a game that there's so much to do in farming, they can't do it in just one game or many future games, and even with modding, there's still more to do. But what will be different about this game than the previous ones? What will it add? What things can we do and where can we go? Well, we're going to find out today. First and foremost, we'll take a look at the little teaser trailer that you may have already seen for the game, a little CGI trailer that confirms things like rice farming and paddies, and of course going to Asia, and also having to deal with more inclement weather as the previous games have introduced seasons and farm building. What will Farming Simulator 25 do to make it different and stand out from the rest? Well, we're going to take a look at and react to gameplay, and we're also going to take a look at the Steam store page so we can break down all the things you could expect for this game's release again on November 12th, 2024. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow all the news on Farming Simulator 25 and, of course, see some actual gameplay from it, probably from us early, as we usually have gotten access early courtesy of the developers. Thanks for that, by the way, and thanks for checking us out when we do get a chance to play it. All right, well, thanks for leaving a like, and let's jump in to the show. Sim 25 first gameplay FarmCon pre-show. This is the official YouTube channel for them, and already I've sent out some teams, some people who have been around for a very long time in our community, and we played thousands of hours of Farming Sim with, to go and look a little bit more into Farming Sim. It does seem like we have ourselves some great features that we've always requested that are going to be finally in the game, like, for example, a GPS. That's confirmed to be coming in, and so much more. But anyway, let's watch this video. I'll be reacting to it, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about news. I hope we do get a chance to drive boats and, of course, ferries.
Everyone. Welcome to the FarmCon pre-stream. I'm
Hello.
Ball. With me is Martin Rabel. I'm here in Europe getting ready for FarmCon. We just revealed Farming Simulator 25.
Very
Martin,
excited.
Maybe we can show the people some more today. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I know. You always ask me if you can show the people a few things before, and I know that you people like to see more. And yes, I mean, I brought a few things, carefully selected them for you to show before we actually reveal a bit more at the weekend. So
nice.
Follow our social channels.
So just a few days, more news will be coming.
To see more things coming out of Farming Simulator 25.
Very soon.
But you mentioned it already. We've announced the game on June 25.
Yes.
It's going to come out in November 12th. And we had a really nice cinematic trailer.
Oh, it was great.
How was the feedback?
The feedback was great. You know, I think it excited a lot of people, but of course they want to see more, right? So
I know.
That's why I had to come bug you, and hopefully we can show the people some more.
And they want to see in-game footage, right?
Right. Yes, of course, always.
But first, we're going to show you the trailer again, and then we're going to show you a bit of in-game footage. Okay, let's start the trailer.
Oh, they're proud of their damn CGI trailer for this one. I do like the trailer because it does show the father and the daughter that we saw before. And this is something that we saw these two at the Farming Sim 22. And it was actually really cool to be able to actually get a CGI trailer that showed all the features. I think that's an interesting way to do it. It does show you a little bit of what to expect, but not everything. And you got to get into those gameplay videos to truly know. But confirmed rice paddies, confirmed Asia, rough weather. Man, that looks cool. And there's the thunderstorm off in the distance.
A wise man once said that the best lessons are learned under the wide open sky. I think the same thing can be said about our art. Yeah, it can be messy, but it's always beautiful. So beautiful it can help you see yourself and the world in all new ways.
Yeah, we have ourselves a possible motorbike confirmed, or at least dirt bikes and off-road transports.
The soil is the canvas, the seeds are the paint, and the harvest is the masterpiece.
Good trailer. Good trailer. Now, already we've seen some images from the Steam store page that shows that later on we'll be getting a DLC that looks to be in Scotland, and they'll be
This is pretty good.
farming in the Scottish Highlands.
Darn good. Is it missing something?
Good trailer, though. Good trailer.
You're too cute to eat. Maybe some fresh spinach for a change?
All right, that was awesome. That's why people are excited. I think we've been telling this story right through these last few trailers with the same characters. Now we're bringing them in to a new environment. An Asian map is going to be a huge thing for the first time, and rice as well that we've already mentioned before. Martin.
Long time
What
request.
else do we have today? Like, what?
Oh, you really want to know, right? Yeah. First of all, I mean, there's going to be a number of presentations at FarmCon this weekend. And we're going to have a few highlights there.
Right.
And the first thing I would like to let you know more about is the Giants engine.
Right.
Stefan Geigers, our CTO, is going to present the upgrades to the Giants engine, which
Good.
the game is based on at FarmCon.
Okay, this is important. This is all the game mechanics that run on this.
What is the improved fog? That adds a lot of atmosphere. Just wait until you see it.
Well, okay. All right.
Because now the cool thing is that it's actually like particles in the air. So
Right.
that gives a lot of opportunities. You can have like dense fog. Has dynamic accumulation in valleys. So where it's supposed to be,
Right.
Not just like at a global parameter on the map. And that fog also enables that you have the sun reflecting in the fog. It's hard to describe.
Show us,
but
bro.
you
Show
see it
us.
later when I show you these
Right.
videos. You can imagine.
I think that,
guess.
like,
Yeah.
I can get a picture in my head for sure. I think the visuals that sets already, it's kind of painting the picture. You think about what a farming landscape can look like in the fog, and I hope that's what we're going to see. Let's.
Do you know what God rays are?
You do have a game you could show
First
off.
of all, it's a really cool term in gaming, but yeah, you get the light like shining through. You get that like beam of light coming through, and I'm guessing that with the fog that you're talking about, that
There we go.
the God rays.
Good
take
job.
through then. Yeah.
People were asking for God rays a long time. And what I just learned actually is that the fog
Wow.
is kind of the prerequisite for God rays, because you actually have these God rays. You need something in the air that reflects the light.
Right.
And now with the fog,
Very
we
pretty.
have
Going to make those morning shifts a lot more fun.
Really included the God rays, and they're going to look awesome. Seriously.
People are
Water
"Stop
looks good,
talking,
too."
Let's see it, right? So let's check it out.
We've got like reflections on the water, for example.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And you see here, especially with the water, the fog adds a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, you can even see it like in the distance. It's kind of covering what the hills in the back look like as well, and kind of making it a little bit more gray and blending in with the fog.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had
Certainly a
fog in the
beautiful
game
world. Very
before,
important if
right?
you're going to
But,
be
like,
driving
this
around
is-
a tractor
this
all
is
day.
taking it to a different level where you can really feel like you're in it.
Yeah, is actually something that I really was looking forward to. Is also like what you just mentioned, the distance fog,
Right.
because it makes it look way more realistic. The things in the
Oh,
I mean, just
beautiful
look at this, like,
tractor.
The lights as well, the way the lights react. with
Railroad
it, like, with
crossings.
The volumetric lighting as well. It used to be that like just the building or the signs would illuminate the ground, but now you can actually see both like the tractor in the distance, the lights on the buildings, all creating that awesome look with the lighting of the
Boy,
fog.
they love their fog,
We'll
don't they?
closer look at it quickly. I mean, it's almost done. Easy also, like that looks really nice. Like this fog in the morning over the fields.
This
This is gonna look really good when you play the game.
Oh, I mean, there's just that nice feeling, isn't it? Like when you wake up in real life and you kind of see that fog setting in, and it's a nice, cool morning, and maybe you have a cup of coffee. This is kind of the feeling that this is giving me, you know, that nice morning when you wake up, but then you got to go to work on the fields, right, and do some farming too.
Yeah,
But
right.
the scenery is lovely.
Let me go back to that one scene. I mean, there are like a few that I really like. I mean, this, for example.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like this typical God rays example, you know.
that's so
You got
cool.
the tree, the light comes through the
Oh,
tree,
that does look
and
pretty,
with a
though.
Tiny bit of fog in the air, you can see
And lots of
it
different grasses, too. Not just
Yeah,
a
that's
normal,
lovely. And I mean, it's
you
coming
know,
through, like, multiple
mowed
trees there,
lawn,
too,
but
which
lots
is
of little
impressive.
flowers, and
And
that's
it's
what we
just adding
expect
to the
from Farming
atmosphere, I
Sim.
would say. It's going to be I think it'll be challenging.
good road
to
surface, too.
drive in some of this fog at night. Be careful out there, everybody.
I stopped that here. So what do you notice there?
Market.
Well,
Come on.
I noticed the building, the lights illuminating it, and the fog is kind of sticking out. But what are you trying to lead me towards? What am I?
Yeah, what
looking
you
at?
just mentioned is that that not just the building is being illuminated, but also the air now. It's also part of the fog, the volumetric lighting. That also
Fog
that's
and
not just from the
volumetric
sun,
lighting, yep.
it's also
We
below
got you,
ground.
boys.
So actually,
Good looking tractor too. That's
Yeah, it looks really
Massey
cool.
Ferguson, I
It
believe.
just adds more depth to the look and feel of the game, I would say.
what other shadows can you think of?
Well, I know that we have cloud shadows, maybe something like that from the air. If the clouds are there, right? Is that where you're leading me?
Almost like you knew it already. Yeah, No, of course,
Yeah,
I mean, we
probably.
told you about
Oh,
it.
look at those
Now we can
fields.
show
Let's
it
go.
to you and also our audience there.
Oh, I want to see it.
There's not much to say, right? I mean, you know what cloud shadows are. Clouds, sun, shadows on the ground.
That looks really good though.
So now they're more broken up. It's almost like each individual cloud is creating its own shape.
Honestly,
and its
this
shape
is
creating
more
a
interesting
shadow
than the
on the ground, which is
volumetric lighting with
adding
the
another
with
little
the
bit
God
of,
rays. This is
nice little
interesting.
touch to the visuals of the game as you see it coming over. Of course, you have to have clouds in the sky
Yeah.
for
Very
this to
pretty.
work, right? But it's cool to see them have their own individual character because not every cloud is the same shape, right? They're all different. So.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, when this is like dynamically created, so when you have a cloudless sky, you're not going to have shadows. So don't send any bug reports because you don't have shadows on
On a sunny day.
bright blue sky. Yeah. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you
Okay.
from the Giants Engine 10. We got, like I said, we've got several improvements. But of course,
I'm now
the
thinking about
general
logging and how that's going to
overall
work.
Performance optimizations. There
And
are
hopefully logging
things
is
in there that
even
we've
better
done
this time.
so that we can render more efficiently.
Okay.
And that opens up a few opportunities. And one that I think will look really cool is that some of the most important things in the game, they will just look better again. Yeah,
I want to see it. What do you have for us?
yeah. So we got a few looks at trees and crops.
Okay.
They're gonna look like they're gonna have more volume. They're
Right.
also gonna look nicer in the distance. So
Yeah, more realism. That's
like
good.
you can see here.
Better graphics. That's good.
Trees, and you can see the branches, more volume, and I will also.
Yeah, this
show
More
looks lovely.
atmosphere.
I mean,
That's good.
So there's something I think that I heard about this where we now have different ways that the trees and the crops can face, right? I think the term is billboards.
billboards. yeah.
Right. So what that word means basically is that now there's different ways that the trees face. Is that right? Am I understanding it right? So it looks better in the distance because it doesn't look like they're all.
Yeah, it's like there's a certain
same.
distance, and at some point you're gonna reduce, the details of the tree, and we're gonna have more variations
Okay.
there now in the distance. So they, in a nutshell, trees in the distance will also look way better than before.
Right. You can kind of start to see it already where you have it paused.
Looks like a
here,
fire
where,
watchtower off in the distance.
trees in that distance even already.
Crops look great though. Everything
Like,
looks
it
good.
Fuller, right? And the crop as well. in the
Certainly a step
foreground
forward.
Looks the same too. Can you go back a little bit? I think there was even a wider shot of trees in the distance. Back a little bit farther, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking you can kind of see it there. Maybe I'm
There in the
thinking of-
back, yeah.
Yeah, just tiny little bit in the back that you can catch in that photo. So this is great. I mean, I think that we always get these kinds of comments. We want to see a little bit more depth in the background. We want to see a little bit more depth in the crops as well. So this is exactly what this is adding.
Yeah, this is something we have really been working on.
Yeah.
Oh, Riverbend Springs is the name of our map.
This is the US map. It has more than 70 fields in the game.
Okay.
Of course, you know.
70 fields,
What you
wow.
might not know, Kermit, is that on the map there's a road that spans the whole map. So
Okay,
you can just drive through it. I heard that's kind of an American thing. Long roads,
Oh yeah, you like
wide
those long
open
roads
areas.
in the country, right?
Yeah.
It's feeling like home already. Been in Europe for a week, so any slice of home is welcome.
Yeah, so you can also have a look at the trees, of course. Like we mentioned, the trees in the distance.
Right.
Also look at the hood of the tractor. The reflections
Oh.
there. This is also new.
I'm like looking at the
Live
landscape
reflections.
And, you point that out,
Again,
and that's,
great
now
work
I'm
on the
distracted. I'm
graphics.
not even looking at the map. I'm looking at the reflection.
Reflections on the tractor, very
there.
shiny.
That's looking lovely already, Martin. I quite like that.
So yeah, glad you like it. But we haven't seen there yet is like one of the key themes of the whole map.
Okay.
It's called Riverbend Springs.
Oh, let me guess. Some water, huh?
Yes, of course.
Oh,
There's a
there
lot
we
of water
go.
on the map, and there's one river that's like the main topic of it. So the whole life on that map that evolves around that river.
Yeah.
So everything is kind of river-based, water-based there. You're gonna have
Certainly feels like the southern U.S. then,
creeks,
Louisiana,
ships, and there's also gonna be a ferry.
Missouri,
Okay. Let's
somewhere
let's see a
along
video.
either the Mississippi or
Show me
the
already.
River
I wanna see
Delta.
this. Oh, look at this. This is kind of
Or the Gulf of Mexico.
Vibes of being inspired by Mississippi River, the
Yeah.
Mississippi River Network, some of the offshoots. Of course, rice is a big crop in that area, the rice belt of the U.S. in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. So kind of maybe inspired by all of that. You can use this ferry, right? Can you drive your tractor on the ferry?
Yeah, you can use it.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Here's a creek.
Oh,
that we see
beautiful
in the
creek.
underwater
That's
feature.
great.
Water, as you said, playing a very important role
Beautiful.
in this map. And look
The
at
God rays again.
the God rays, the reflections on the water look really cool. And they're actually fitting like what's in the landscape. You can see this tree right here on the right, and the reflection. You can even see the crossings there. I think that's like a railroad crossing up above on the shore. And even some fog now too. So all of these things we've been talking
Boy,
about
they like their fog,
leading
don't
up to
they?
This video already are shown right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
Let's have a look at the ferry again, just because we mentioned
Okay.
that it's a big part.
Right.
So to cross the river, you need bridges
Right.
or a ferry in that case,
This is
So
cool.
This is going to be
That ferry
something
distance is
new that you can
incredibly
use.
short. It's probably
can't
like a
wait to see
10-second ride, but at least the ferry is big enough to take a tractor and perhaps some cargo or a trailer.
This is a real part of agriculture, and having this in the game is a nice little touch, I think, especially for this kind of area of the U.S. that it's inspired by.
Yeah.
You have anything else? What else do you got for us?
I do have,
You're bringing all the goodies out today.
you also need to get some work done. So not just, hop on the ferry and cross the river or sit there and, look at the water. To get some work done, you need some like dealers to actually buy the tractors.
Right.
You need gas station.
Of
animal
course,
dealers
yep,
to
the market.
buy your animals.
Always the same.
To do it right.
Farming
So
sim
we got a
always
nice
the same
area
game, but
there,
farming is also very much the same,
to show
but yet
you.
very different.
So that's like all in
A
one
perfect
place.
example of a
Central
game that should
location,
not be changed very
where you
much,
can
yet
buy
should be
gas,
changing all the time.
buy your
everything you need.
machines, and of course we're gonna have a lot of machines in the game again. We're gonna have more than 400 authentic
Nice.
machines. from
Wow,
over
400
150
machines.
brands, and
Cool.
here we just show you with like the
Wait a
animal
minute.
dealers.
Is that animals in the pen at the animal dealer?
I just wanted to tell you, yes,
Beautiful.
you can see the animals before you
Nice.
buy them.
That's a nice little touch.
No cat on the back.
Yeah, here's some sheep that we're driving by. You can see.
Nice.
That's really cool, and I like how even the dealer and the gas station, like that area, it has that same like kind of small town, like rural America feel to it, because it wasn't like a big industrial animal dealer. It was like it was a smaller one, right? Like you really feel the impact of what the map is supposed to be from that. That's cool. I really like that.
Glad you like it. Hope you guys like it too. And of course, send all your feedback in. Kermit's gonna read it. You're gonna answer to every single post there. I hope.
We'll do what we can. We're
It looks really good.
already. Definitely send
That
us some
building,
feedback.
all
We
that
hope
stuff
you're
looked
excited,
great.
as Martin said, and we'll continue to show you as much as we can. What else we got to excite the people? Give me more, Martin.
Give us more, Martin.
Farming. You've seen the animals.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But of course, we're also gonna have forestry in the game.
Of course. There we go.
It's been
Getting
a
locked
big
in.
part. We've seen some
Yay.
games already, and we're just gonna improve on that. Like I told you, the trees are gonna look more
Right.
voluminous.
Well, the
So
trees
the
looking good
roads,
is one
different
thing, but the
sizes, they're
equipment,
gonna look better
the
from
equipment is more
distance.
important.
And overall, the forest is just gonna look amazing. I know I'm repeating myself there, I mean,
It's
this is just
That's the feeling I'm getting too, though, right now. Like all of this stuff is pretty amazing. I think that visually, a lot of this stuff is what people have been asking for, right? Like set the scene a little bit more because farming, you're really connected to the nature, to the ground around you and the nature around you, right? So adding that a little bit of extra feel of like really being immersed in the environment is great. I hope, like Martin said, I hope you like it. I think you will. It's looking awesome already. So I see another video.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
I'm
see.
gonna start it now. The
Okay.
forest.
There we go. Get us some more
You can already
gameplay
see the
footage. Let's
tree.
go.
Again, we've talked about this a couple of times, but the trees definitely feeling like they have more depth. Even like the individual limbs are providing a little bit of extra depth. And these pathways, Martin, there was something in the trailer earlier that we showed, a motorbike, right? That we hinted at. This doesn't look like a path really for a big machine. This looks like maybe some paths for a motorbike.
Yeah, I mean, some smaller tractors also fit on there, of course.
Right, but
it's gonna
motorbike's
be
more fun,
to
right?
drive there with a motorbike. Yeah.
Look at this, like even this like little flower right here, this purple one. I don't know the all my flowers, I haven't studied up on that, but
Don't
that
ask me.
even
Don't
had
ask
more
me.
detail too, right?
Lavender?
Like, it even
Is that what that
feels
was?
fuller.
Oh, there's the
This is really
Firewatch
nice.
tower I
And then, of
spotted.
course,
Oh, that viewpoint actually.
yeah, the view.
It's gonna must be a nice view there.
Yeah, maybe this
not
is like the
gonna have
highest part of the map. I would assume on this hill. Oh man, if I can climb that, I want to see what the entire map looks like, right? Maybe that's where people will go first.
I mean, you probably could.
This is something that we're not gonna show you today. You have to see that
Oh,
for yourself.
darn
You
it.
have to be there.
You're not going to show me everything, huh? Okay, well,
No, I got something special for you, something really important. I mean, the machines and the gameplay of the game.
nice. Okay.
And I got an expert for that,
Even
Stefan Mauros, our gameplay programmer and lead integrator.
All right, machines and gameplay. Let's go.
Stefan, you're here. I have a feeling that you have something really good for me. What do you have?
Yeah, I prepared something really special. So it's like the first gameplay of the new game.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked a special gameplay feature now for the stream. So it's about the rise.
Of course.
But of course, we will reveal some more stuff on the weekend.
Right.
But yeah, I picked the rise.
More
because
stuff for the
it's
weekend.
also, introducing some new gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's not just a new crop like wheat or so. So it's a bit more in depth.
Our players are excited about this. So
Yeah.
I think they're sitting there like, please, Stefan, Kermit, give us more. So go ahead, tell us what you have for us.
Yeah, so let's jump right into the gameplay I recorded.
Okay.
So you can see our beautiful map and also the lighting.
Right.
As you showed
It is
earlier in
pretty.
the stream.
Oh, we got telehandler ready.
I got here some greenhouses.
greenhouses, nice.
So that's
What's this?
It's something different. So
Wasabi?
first we got two different rice types.
Oh,
So
rice.
That's the first rice
Seedlings.
type. And that is transplanted. So
Ah.
you grow the saplings until they're like 10 centimeters high or so.
Okay.
And after that, you got a special planter that plants those saplings into the real field. So we first
cool.
grow those saplings in the greenhouse.
Right.
Okay.
And yeah, then we bring the pellets of saplings to our planter, and then we start planting. So yeah, we jump right into the field.
Okay.
So that's our planter. It's from Izeki.
Wow.
Yeah, let's load the saplings we brought with our fence.
Wow, how cool.
front loader.
That's small
It's a
tier.
really cool
I mean,
animation.
This machine's so cool to me because it's unlike anything we already have in the game, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's completely new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also you will see the planting animation, which is pretty nice. So I spent some time there to implement it nicely.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's drive into the field. You will also see the water.
It looks lovely. Like I just saw a glimpse of the sun even like reflecting off of the water.
Yeah, and especially if you drive into it, you see really how the water is reacting to the wheels. So
Right.
you see the small waves. That looks really nice.
This machine is just so cool. I mean, it's so funky looking.
That's really neat.
Like,
It looks
the
like
technology behind
something for a
this
golf
is
course.
super impressive. I want to see what it looks like once it actually
Yeah,
starts putting
you
it in the
see
ground.
the parts at the back.
That's
are really
cool. We
special.
have
You
rice
see,
planting.
pulling each sapling
Let's
from
go.
The pellets.
Yeah, it looks like something on a golf course, either a
So it's
golf
like- it's
car,
almost like a typewriter.
cart, or a
to the side,
Yeah,
right?
mower.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And if you zoom in detail, you will
Hold
also
on, look at that.
a bit later.
Hold on. There's the moment we've all been waiting for. Lower right corner, we have all the controls showing off solid fertilizer, rice, and indeed GPS guidance. Finally in the game. It was always such a pain in the ass to keep some of your tractors straight. It's always nice to be able to do it without it if you can. And there are tools where you don't need it. But finally we have ourselves GPS. So it looks like the typical speedometer with kilometers or miles per hour that could probably be toggled. You have your fuel hours where you're showing how much fuel is being burned for whatever trip or whatnot. And also your cruise control below that, GPS to the right of that. Drive control, park, neutral, drive, whatever. And then it looks like maintenance. And then also fuel showed not only in the time and how much has been used during its working period, but also fuel tank, fuel level. That's important. This is big stuff here. Huge things confirmed. Now, again, if you've made it this far in the video, comment Glory to Raptoria down below in that comment section. Let me know you're locked in because, again, Farming Simulator, this is just the first little glimpse of gameplay. This weekend, they're going to be dropping a hell of a lot more information. So, yeah, sure, we've seen a little bit of gameplay now. It looks good. Water looks great. The fog, they're really loving that. It really looks good. It looks like a really good step forward. The appearance, the graphics, really nice. Like, really, really good. But the gameplay and day one features are even more important than that.
And if you zoom in detail, you will also have that.
Yeah.
A bit later on the field. Yeah, it has
Field info, yep.
And also you see the water is gone. So normally for planting those transplanted saplings, you need water in the field.
Okay.
And then during growth, the rice consumes the water because it really needs the water for growing. And after it has grown, the water gets less and less, and while harvesting, there's no water anymore.
Okay.
So
look
here we
at
got
this.
our Iseki rice harvester for this rice.
Almost
type.
looks like a skid steer.
It's also a pretty nice harvester.
Kind of.
So another new brand, of course, or this machine at least,
Yeah,
right?
this machine. Yeah, it's something completely new.
So this is the Asian. Is this fair to say this is the Asian style of harvesting we're using this machine?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So
Okay.
they do mostly with those kind of harvesters, but we'll see how.
Oh, that's
Okay.
very
Let's
cool.
do it later on.
No, let me just point something out because the rice harvesting, Stefan, is really cool, but I think everyone else as well as me might notice something in the bottom right corner that maybe we've been asking for a while. The players that see GPS.
I don't see that.
You don't see that? Okay. Well, we do. Hopefully, you're going to show us more. Maybe I know you're giving this talk in depth at FarmCon.
Yeah,
right?
on the weekend I will give a more depth talk, a bit longer, a bit more gameplay, and maybe
Now
some
we're
more
going to have
features.
everyone wishing they could be at FarmCon with that one announced. So just that little teaser.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
So we
Let's
saw
go,
also
that's
this
great.
Pretty nice harvest animation of
Right.
the Iseki. So it's how the plants go through the harvest is kind of special. As you can see, they're going along the side, so that looks pretty nice as well.
That really
Yeah,
looks
that's really
good.
cool.
The
Like you
dust
said, it
and
comes
stuff
up, like,
looks
Is
good.
that like a conveyor belt that it's like feeding it? Then that's really
kinda.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that animation looks pretty nice.
Very nice.
All right, well, we've seen it the Asian way. I have a feeling
We got some.
you've got something else.
Yeah.
I want to see it the American way, of course.
So the American way is of course a bit bigger.
Hell yeah,
So
brother.
we got here our CR11 combine from New Holland. So we already showed that on the last
American
weekend.
way, and then
We had
shows
a
off a
little
New
teaser.
Holland.
Right.
But it's a pretty nice combine. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
And this one we are using for our US style rice. So you got just a normal harvester.
Okay.
That rice is also growing on a rice field which need to be flooded.
Okay.
But you plant it with a regular seeder.
Right.
So it's kind of similar to wheat or something.
Right.
But you still need the water to have it grow.
Right.
Because rice consumes a lot of water while
Yeah.
growing. So it's there a bit different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
Not
think
very
the
eventful,
fields
though,
we,
with
like,
this
showed a little
the
bit, like, in
big
the
harvester.
cinematic trailer too.
Feels like grain,
exactly.
like wheat. I mean,
The CR11, by the way, everyone out there watching, you can get the gold edition version of this.
Premium
if you get the collector's
edition.
edition. Or if you buy it on our website as well, you can get it with the year one bundle and with the Giants eShop version of the game too. So if you want your CR11 to be nice and shiny gold, that's how you can get it.
It's indeed my favorite version of it.
Yes, of
Pretty
course.
nice.
It's so nice. All right. What else? Is that all you have for now?
That's it for now. We'll show some more.
Oh,
stuff
you
on the
criminals.
I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. And follow our social channels. You'll see more of what Stefan has to talk about, of course, coming out after FarmCon as well.
Now this is just the
Welcome back,
pre-show.
Martin. Stefan just showed us rice farming for the first time. I mean,
We got a lot of news this
You
week.
saved the best for last. I
Very
feel like
excited.
seeing that. I mean, the water was cool, the way the machines work.
This is gonna be
I
awesome.
didn't expect rice to be like a multi-step process as well. You actually like grow the saplings in a greenhouse, and then you grab those to plant on the field.
Yeah, we kind of kept that from you. We kept some surprise for you too, but you can, of course, interact with the community now and talk about it.
Yeah. Of course, this is it for the Farming Simulator 25 coverage that we have on the pre-stream, but there's more coming this weekend. Make sure you follow all of our social channels. There'll be more coming about Farming Simulator 25, and I can't wait for more, Martin.
We got one more thing from the weekend.
All right.
FSL Season 5 World Championships.
Oh, yes, of course.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
When is that? When is it taking place, Martin?
Well, tune in on Saturday, 4 p.m. German time. That's CEST, when our 8 finalists fight for 200,000 euros prize pool. And of course, the title of world champions.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see who comes out on top. And we're going to leave you with a hype video to basically sign off today's stream. Martin, Stefan, thanks to both of you for being here. It was an exciting time to see all of this gameplay. For now, we're going to hype up the FSL like you were just talking about. So let's roll that video, and we'll see you in the future. Make sure to
Oh
follow
man,
us
the
on
Farming
social
Sim League, they've been trying to make bailing an esport for a long time. It's very weird, but it's badass. And hilarious, yes. How quickly can you bail in Farming Sim? It works. This actually seems so dumb and not really fun, and it is very dumb and yet very fun. We got to leave this in. This is great. Wow. I think those are all custom maps and things too. All right. Well, I hate to bail, but let's go ahead and jump over to Steam real quick to take a look at Farming Sim 25. Then we saw the trailer already, but take a look at some of the tractors. Our first look now at some of the equipment here. I think this has been out for a few days, and there's going to be so much news coming out about Farming Sim. Every little feature is going to be combed over. Everybody can make a 20-minute video about every small feature that we don't know about, like GPS, which is a huge feature, but we only know so little of how it'll work in the game. But yet we have to wait for the weekend. But boy, they spent a ton of time talking about that fog. But honestly, they should be spending more time about the tractors, and I think they will. I think this weekend they're going to be talking more about all the equipment, the crops that we can grow and harvest, and then all the equipment that goes with doing that tractor-wise too. And of course, we'll have things like rock throwers and rollers and discs, and of course the classic cultivators here, and much more to do. Now, here's where I was mentioning that Q4 of 2025, so basically a year after its release, they're going to be dropping a new map. And this seems to be, correct me if I'm wrong, but it does look to be like Scotland to me, at least, with the stone fence and the rolling hills and what looks to be cows and maybe sheep off in the distance. But this could be anywhere, honestly. I mean, this could be, I don't know, Salt Lake, or something like that. I don't know. They could make up whatever they wanted, to be honest. But we will also see so many mods between Q4 of 2025 and the release date of Farming Sim 25 that literally all these maps could come out. We could go anywhere in the world, Mexico, China, I don't know, Canada again, or something like that, all in the modded section. Now, Farming Sim does an incredibly amazing job with allowing for the modding community to make a ton of stuff. There's always a little bit of hesitance and resistance every time there's a new Farming Sim, which is totally fine. The new one comes out. Maybe there's a few issues for the first couple of weeks where there's some features that people want added, or some things are a little tight or too loose or something like that. Devs go in for a few patches, and within about a month, we have ourselves a beautiful game. And I've been around with Farming Sim since like 2013, so over a decade of being with Farming Sim and playing every one of them, and thinking that adding of Forestry, adding of the seasons and the weather that goes along with that, and then, of course, adding more weather here for Farming Sim 25 is great. We'll have what they call innovative machinery, I guess already pre-planned DLC for new attachments, and then, of course, performance and plains and prairies. I'm assuming that has something to do. Now, this is a pack, by the way. So if this says performance on plains and prairies, and it shows wheels here, like tracks, I don't know what exactly that means, but we could see a little bit more terraforming or deforming of the land, a little bit more like SnowRunner, which is something I've wanted to see. And of course, our dream game has got to be like Farming Sim equals ATS/Euro Truck, and also SnowRunner too. So by the way, this game will be coming out for $49.99, so $50 on launch, or $80 for the 1-year bundle, which might be worth it if you're a creator, or if you're me, or if all you play is Farming Sim. This is definitely something good for you. Of course, co-op and single player, and I'm pretty sure it'll be cross-play, but Farming Sim is coming soon, and there's a lot more detail here about some of the brands that they'll be teaming up with. We have Fendt and John Deere. We have New Holland, Massey Ferguson, a lot of ones that are returning. International, I think, is here. Lots of stuff's going to be in here. I mean, why not? So, very good stuff. We'll be talking more about Farming Sim 25 in the future, but that first look gameplay has got me locked in to see more, and I'm very excited for Farming Sim 25, GPSs, Asian maps, more customization, more building stuff, and I can't wait for this weekend where they're going to cover more. All right, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be covering all the little nooks and crannies of this game and kind of have some live reactions to things too as we break them down and live react for fun. All right, I'll see you all next time. Thank you again for watching.